so dark. Hey tubes, Jonathan's wrong here. Tooth in the budget. Real quick. So, having some dinner. Just finished, like literally just finished. Excuse me. And watching a video from one of my favorite, like, not quite there truthers. Smart guy, covers interesting stuff, but he's not. He's not quite there. But anyway, he's talking about how Shane Dawson, who I just learned, I just learned who Shane Dawson is. I didn't even know who he was. Apparently, he's a truther. It's really funny. And Logan Paul, apparently both these people now are flat earthers. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I think that they're hopping on the bandwagon. It's making it a bandwagon. When people like that, like I guess some video Shane Dawson made about the flat Earth got 32 million views. That doesn't mean there's 32 million flat earthers. No way. Just means about 31 million something people watched it. Some probably more than once. But anyway, what they're doing is that people like that, what they're gonna do is that they're gonna be like, oh yeah, the Earth is flat. Then they're not gonna talk about it. Any information they release is gonna be the super weak stuff. They're what you do when you're trying to bury an argument is you take the weakest stuff, and even if the weakest stuff happens to be true, that's what they're going with. A perfect example would be Eddie Bravo on what's his face, that UFC guy, Joe. Anyway, his broadcast. Eddie Bravo will be on there, and he's a flat earther, and he'll just be like, no one has any footage of the ISS, being built. That's true, but he has there's so much more evidence than that. My favorite go-to is the salt flats in, what is it? My favorite go-to that I forget is the salt flats in South America, think of Bolivia, I forget, that are like hundreds of square miles and flat. And if the world is what we're told it is, there should be a 8-inch degrade every square mile. So an object such as a 500 square mile flat salt flat should not exist, could not exist on a round Earth. That's just one that's one hammered in nail. You can't deny that. It's there, and it's flat. It's measured to be flat, and there's no curvature there. It's been measured. So there you go. Were there curvature, it would be there in a place where there's nothing. There's no hills. There's no you would be able to measure exactly the curvature of the planet in a place like that, and it is not present. So you never see those kinds of evidences, or just different things. How the whole, like, everything about space doesn't add up. The physics of space travel, the logistics of space travel would never work. What I was discussing the other day about the atmospheric pressure has to be held in. There's nothing, if there's gas above us and then space, there's nothing holding that in. It's nuts. There's pressure from the air, but there's nothing holding the air in, But anyway, back to my point. What they're going to do is that they're going to make, oh yeah, we think the Earth's flat, blah, 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 blah. And a few months, whatever, from now, they're just going to be like, you know what, we changed our minds. That was silly, huh? I can't believe that I used to think that the Earth was flat. Ha 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 ha. And then it'll just get buried. and then it'll just become one of those other, one of those things. They're doing everything they can to cover this up, and they know they're losing because we're using science to prove that it's flat and stationary. We're not sitting around in a room speculating and doing mathematical equations and whatnot. We're actually doing experiments and observing things, naturally occurring things. I mean, a high altitude balloon is enough, really. Taking an airplane should be enough. If you've taken an airplane and you've looked out the window, you've seen the horizon. If you're that far above a spitting ball, you're not going to see a flat horizon. Fact. How the eclipse works. Not gonna, let me go ahead and show you right now. So I'm blocking the only light in here with my hand, and it's completely blocked by my palm. But hey, guess what? The whole room was still lit. What? me blocking out that one thing, it didn't blacken out the whole room. Shocking, huh? The only reason why an eclipse works is because the sun and the moon are right next to each other. And they're probably some sort of disk. Who knows? Who knows how any of that works? But either way, the sun isn't, hundreds of thousands of millions of miles away. It is not. Other than the fact that if it were, the sun's rays would all come in straight. And they don't. When the sun's in the sky, you can see the rays of light coming in at an angle, which means the sun's right there. Blah blah blah. I can't talk about it without being, hey guys, it's really obvious. You can take a look. It's getting harder to take a look because they're blotting out the sky, and every day the sky is just white. It's like, what's the weather? Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna tornado? Who knows? You look up, it's white. Used to be able to look up the sky, tell the time of day, tell what the weather was doing. Not anymore. But anyway, nothing to see here about that. But back to my point. The main reason why they're doing it is just to make it a fad. Watch. I'm gonna keep an eye on this, and when these guys inevitably make a video saying like, oh, I can't believe we were flat Earth, we're not flat Earth anymore. Not we, but I and then him, more or less around the same time. They will make those videos, and I will let you guys know. Maybe I'll do a reaction when I don't actually show the video, so I can't get copyright struck, because I'm like walking on a thin ice nowadays. I don't think I could even comment in live streams, or I don't even know what's going on. I'm not positive that it was still live, but the comments were coming up and I couldn't comment. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, I'm gonna keep this under 10 minutes because of everything that's been going on, but blah blah blah. So if you're wondering why people like Logan Paul and Shane I Wear Makeup Dawson are coming out as flat earthers, it's to make it a fad. It's going to be out like bell bottoms and swing dancing. But anyway, love you guys. Have a beautiful night and God bless you.